Hi guys, welcome to my channel again. Thank you for tuning in, or if you're new, let me know what you think, and if you like what you see, please subscribe. I hope to reach out to as many of you as possible to show you what gems we have here in the Treasure Valley in Idaho. All right, we're doing another Feature Home Friday, and guess what? It's a fixer-upper. It's again in Boise. I just love going to see these houses. I think it's just because I've been through it personally now, and so I'm looking at all the little details and trying to get inspiration. But I also know, and maybe I appreciate now, because I had to learn how to do drywall and texture, and that stuff is hard. And so I can really appreciate it when I see it in a fixer-upper. Not saying that, the homeowners did it themselves. They might have hired it, but I definitely have a higher appreciation for the contractors now. But yeah, let's just get started and get into it. All right, guys, so this house that we're looking at today is smaller than the last two, but it was built in 1971, so it's a couple decades newer than the other ones. This one's smaller, like I said. It's 1,348 square feet. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it has the attached garage. So you can see, I've noticed lately that houses around 1970s is when you start getting that garage or the attached garage. So that must be when it became popular. But I really love this one. I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I did until I walked in. Just because the pictures, it just looked like it looked nice. It looked clean, but it didn't look overly done. But honestly, I think this one was done better than the one from last week. This one didn't have any cut corners. In fact, they actually had some additional touches that I really liked. But they didn't go over the top like we did with 3 weeks ago. They just, they repainted, they replaced the floors. It looks like they replaced the doors, which is another thing that you may notice when you're going through a fixer-upper. Sometimes they don't replace the doors. Sometimes they just paint them, which I don't think lean either way. In our fixer-upper, it was flat doors, and they had no panels, which I don't really like that. It just looks cheap to me, and it just didn't add any dimension or character, maybe. Plus, our house is a smoker's house, and anything we could get rid of and replace, the better, because it'll help with the smell. I mean, we washed the walls twice. We kills the walls, which is like a primer paint that you can paint over that will get kind of kill and seal in the bacteria. And then we did 2 coats of paint on every wall. So hopefully we got paint. They also say, so this might be a helpful tip if you're thinking of doing a fixer-upper, or if you're thinking it'll be easier in your budget to buy an older house and fix things. The more stuff you can get rid of, like countertops or cabinets or anything that you can get rid of in a smoker house and replace, the more likely you're able to keep the smell away. In the summer, it does, when it heats up, it will kind of bring that smell out again. So we'll see, fingers crossed, that it's not that bad this year. But we'll know where we need to fix up. But I mean, we took everything out. We took all the doors out. We took all the trim. We took all the cabinets out. We even knocked some walls out, okay? So hopefully we got rid of the smell. But that's one of the things that you will notice in fixer-uppers is sometimes they don't replace the doors. They just paint them or sand them or refinish them, which is just as good. Not in our case, but in other cases, you can just paint them. But this one, you can tell they replaced the doors. They replaced the fixtures, and what I really love is that, so it's not a very big house, and at the end of the hallway, there's just like this wasted space, and they made it into like storage or even decorative. Like people can put some nice decorative things, maybe trinkets here and there, but they put floating wood shelves there, which I love. And I just thought that was cool. It just gave it a little extra touch without being too expensive. They also did do a sliding barn door in front of the master bathroom, which I love every now and then. But I just wonder what you guys think. Do you guys love the barn door trend? I like that you're not opening the door into the bathroom or into the bedroom because it saves you space, but it does take up a lot of space on the wall. So that's why I'm not really a huge fan. But I go either way. I like it. I think it looks cool. And I just don't know. I don't know if it's going to be one of those trends that goes, that will seriously date right now. I mean, I know we all have, every decade has that thing that you're like, oh, that's 70s, oh, that's 90s. And maybe this will be, 2021. That was sliding doors. Anyway, but I do like that they, for the most part, they kept all the paint the same color, the trim cohesive, and that's why it looks pretty, I think in the pictures, kind of plain. Like, but once you get into it, I feel like it's really clean. And then they also added like hooks right when you walk in from the garage into the house. There's these hooks on the wall. And I really like that because I think it's really easy, because there wasn't like a coat closet around there. There's one right by the front door, but there wasn't one right there. And I feel like if you're like me, I go through the garage door a lot more than I go through my front door. So I think that's a great idea. And they also did shiplap behind the old fireplace. Anyway, so yeah, I think it's great. I wish they would have done staging, but like I said, in our market these days, you really don't have to, because everyone is just looking and bidding out a lot, so they don't need to. But I think if they would have staged, it would have made it feel more homey and would have drew me in more. But I think they did a great job. The carpet, the floor, everything looks great. But I look forward to seeing what you think, and if you have anything you would do different, or if there's something you love, or if you love the sliding barn doors, tell me. But thanks for tuning in again, and if you want to see more of this, hit subscribe, and I will see you next week.